There's our
Amen.
Hey Google, please stop. Indeed. Good morning, party people, lames and losers, lovers, haters.
Oh man, that's interesting. Let's get all that
And
stuff.
great debaters. Welcome to Two Bros Podcast, episode 83.
Dot. 83. Wow, that's a lot. That's
A lot
a lot
of
of episodes.
fucking jabber jaws. Well, welcome, young man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, my man. How about yourself?
Not
How
too
about
bad.
juice?
I'm okay. A little, last week I said I had some bad knees.
Yes. You still have them?
Getting better if you don't smell the medication.
I do smell the medication.
Yes, a little Bengay-ish.
Ben Gay, you and your
Yeah.
friend Ben.
Yeah, I've abused myself along the younger years, wearing shorts in the wintertime, and a lot of older people have always told me, you're gonna get arthritis and I feel it.
Well, that's not one of the reasons.
Medically, no, you're not a doctor, nor am I. So, but now it's somehow fucking true.
I mean, you're probably a little arthritic. You probably got a little tendonitis. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I got. I got some tendonitis in my knees.
Yeah.
So, some days are better than others. Some days are like, ooh.
Yeah.
Other days I feel fine.
I am wearing copper knee braces.
Yeah.
And placebo or not, it works
Yeah.
for me. I think the placebo is
It's the placebo thing.
clearly
It's
the
once you-
placebo.
once you
Positive
think-
energy.
Yeah.
You thinking it
When
works?
you think, oh, this thing works, it's fine.
That's what I'm
It's
doing.
fine. I'm not going to limit myself.
True, indeed. So I had an early morning start today. My buddy Matt came over get a haircut. He was like, look,
Still cutting hair.
which I don't promote. I'm like, I only cut my son's hair,
Right.
and I'm constantly like, dude, I'm not a barber. Go to fucking barbershop. Like, this is not a thing for me. It's not fun. When it was younger, it was fun. It was social.
Had your little
People come
boy,
over,
getting
well,
his
kids,
hair.
everybody used to come over to the house,
Right.
after school. It was like the whole, we're going to Chad crib, watch Video Music Box. I'm cutting hair.
Right.
And a bunch of guys in the living room, on that funky VCR you got me, which was from Japan.
That you could record.
You could record, you could pause, you could still frame,
At
and
the
stuff
time, that
like
was
that.
the shit, boy.
Man, that was great. That was a piece of equipment, and so I say this to say he came by and he brought some brownies,
Ooh.
which I'm on right now,
Mm.
and some split pea soup.
Brownies and split pea soup.
Don't know don't have a correlation between the two, but that was his gift.
Okay.
And 10 minutes, cut his hair, done, out. And I said, try to come around the time so you can hang out for the show.
Yeah.
You could, sit in on it. And he was like, oh, no, I gotta go. So we'll get him next time.
Okay.
And the point I'm trying to make is I ate the brownie.
Okay.
He said, look, you're not a big smoker like him. He smokes. He said he doesn't feel it. So he says, you don't smoke that, so see what is it good? Is it? He doesn't know if it's a good batch or not. So I said, all right, I'll take it. I only ate half of it, by the way, and it's too sweet. I was like, in the morning, he brought me coffee, and then so I said, it's a little too sweet for me, but whatever. As soon as he left, it kicked in,
Oh, okay.
and
Feeling your whole body?
I cleaned the whole kitchen. I deep greased the deep fryer because I had it sitting there the whole week of like after I fried that turkey. And it was just sitting there. I was like, damn, I got to pour the oil. I got to dump it. I got to do all. It's a big deal. These things.
It's a production.
Yeah, big production. But on this brownie, I had some burst of energy.
All right.
And I fucking cleaned the kitchen, degreased the cabinet, wiped down. It's fucking spotless.
All right. So when you eat them, now that's antithetical to what weed's supposed to do. Weed's supposed to make you chill out.
Make you chill out and be lazy. Right.
So what the fuck you gonna clean that for?
So you get the fuckets.
Right.
You get the fuck
that.
I ain't doing that shit.
Where the Cheetos?
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. So oddly, I don't know. It just got me really hype, and it was.
Now, do you feel differently though?
I'm excited.
Internally, do you feel differently? Do you feel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know if it was a little bit of just the leftovers from last night. And it was drinking and
Right.
This fight, Deontay Wilder.
Right.
Was like, this it's not like the old days with Tyson and the fight. You know, we're gonna watch the fight and everybody gather around and have popcorn.
Yeah.
This thing, sorry to jump stories so much, but this thing didn't show till like 1:00. You know, like 12:30 after all the prelims.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about boxing, because boxing is so long. Like if every boxing match goes as long planned, as 12
rounds, right?
That's a long night. That's a long night. So,
but shout out to Deontay Wilder who beat
Ortiz.
Yeah, Luis Ortiz for the second time.
Seventh round, I think, right?
Seventh round knockout. I was kind of, I'm not a fan, so I don't really know techniques and tactics and stuff. And this is a big guy. I mean, these guys are
like
huge.
6'7".
But Mark Breland is his trainer. Mark Breland's in his corner. And I saw him wrapping his hand. I was like, wow, look at that guy. I remember him. He was a little fucking guy. Met him at the Q Club one time. Shook his hand and felt like a puppet.
So you're a fighter?
Yeah, I was like, what is these hands? You fuck you up. But anyway, it was a good fight. Overall, that guy Ortiz is huge.
Yeah.
Heavyweights are so hard to watch. It's just slugfest.
There's not really much they can do.
There's no agility in it.
Now, if he does, and I hope this happens again, if he fights Tyson Fury again.
He did say that's the next fight for February.
Tyson Fury, I hope so.
He said it's February.
That's the match, because Tyson Fury is a little bit different.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of mobility to him. Yeah, he's got a little bit, and he's a big guy too. He's like 6'7", so they're both giants.
Wow.
But he's got a little. He's like light on his feet. He can jab. He can move in and out. He's mobile.
I guess that makes it fun.
For a guy his size, and that's the fight. And I think if they fight, I think Fury's got it.
Ooh.
Me personally, I think Deontay Wilder is
met his match.
I think he just has a limited game. Now, don't get me wrong. He's good. If he's to walk in here, he's gonna whip my ass and take everything I own.
Pretty much.
So, but as far as if you make him fight longer, you could probably get him if you're on that skill level.
So what I saw last night, and it's kind of exactly what you just said. What I saw last night, I think Ortiz's mistake was that he wasn't counting cards. It's like playing poker. He wasn't watching the forest through the trees. Yeah. He was right in front, I gotta hit him. I got him hit.
That's his game. That's him.
And this guy, Deontay Wilder, sat there and just tap, open window.
Boom! There you go. That's it.
And boy, what a fucking shot! Yeah. This guy flew back, and he just had this shit-eating grin on his face, like.
Yeah, his punching power is tremendous.
Yeah, but boy, the prelim fights, title fights, and he mentioned something. Now, this is again, I said I'm no fan, but this is the first time I'm really heard. I always see him at games and stuff and shenanigans and the Bomb Squad and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But he spoke very well, as far as a champion, as he had a tasteful manner about him. He wasn't like this braggadocious.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he comes across like that. Yeah.
I did not. I thought he was really on that shit,
on his own thing, on his own
juice.
tip,
Yeah, I thought he was drinking his own juice, but no, I was highly impressed that he gave props to the other guy. He said, "Look, I was happy to give him this match so he could eat, he could feed his family. This is, any other heavyweight should give this guy a chance. He's a hell of a fighter." He said it's a lot of good things, and then he gave the Bomb Squad,
then you get a prop.
Then you get the Bomb Squad. Yeah. Bomb Squad.
Now I hope that if that's gonna be February, that's gonna be nice. That's probably too soon though. That's probably.
You think? I think so.
From November to that's a little too soon.
Well, have you ever watched the Mike Tyson knockouts on YouTube?
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They are amazing.
But they're a month apart. He's.
Yeah, he went through this period. He was fighting every 2 months. Yeah.
The best thing of those is to watch the guy before the fight. I know how to get him because he could.
The only different one was the Michael Spinks.
Yeah.
Michael Spinks was scared out of his fucking mind. He was like, "Oh my god, I guess I gotta do this."
Yeah.
Oh, can this shit be? He just looked like a dude that just did not want to be here. At least everybody else.
Yeah, they gave it a shot.
At least they faked it. Even if they were scared to death, at least they faked it. You got guys like Mitch Green and shit who just
Mitch Green.
Michelle Tyson. Oh, Michelle. I'm going to fight Michelle Tyson.
And he was there. Tyson was at this fight.
At this fight?
Yeah, at this fight last night with all his glory. I think he was sitting next to Bradford Marcellus, the trumpet.
Yeah, it's possible.
The player, this jazz guy. and he had some young lady on his arm that looked,
Mike.
Yeah, that looked weird, like she had been operated on. Not in a male to female way, because nowadays that means something different. But she looked like she had work done.
Like
yeah,
she
had cheeks and
pulled back and shit lifted and whatnot.
Yeah, fucking Barbie doll, Chucky doll.
Who knows? Maybe Mike paid for it.
Could be. I don't know who she is, but I'm more baffled by there's two twin brothers that are at every fight. They're like promoters or something, and I don't know who they are. Like
twins? Okay.
They're two twins. They're getting old now. They're like our age. They got to be around 45, 46. And I remember them from every time I ask people, who are these guys? And they go, they're in every heavyweight fight, every title fight. They're either part of Nevada Commission or something. Okay. But there's two twins, two brothers. So someone please help me with this. These two light skinned guys. Light skinned guys, and they don't say nothing. They're always at every fight.
Oh, who knows?
I'm sure someone knows who's a fan. Like if you follow boxing, you must know who these guys are.
You got to know who these guys are.
Because I don't know who they are.
They could be the money. Who knows?
I believe so.
It could be the money.
Yeah. Either they're part of some promotion or like promoters. Maybe they're fight promoters or something.
Or they're in the mob. Just whatever. As crooked as crooked as boxing's history has been. I wouldn't put it past it that these are two maybe connected dudes who just make sure that.
Well, if you're in that, if you hold a gaming license or or you hold some sort of something, you can get the arena, you got to be in.
Somebody's giving away envelopes. Somebody got an envelope.
There is a pass out day. There's a
day that everybody gets. Hey, there's a pay up day.
All right. Well.
Yeah, exactly.
Did Joey get his?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen Joey in a while.
What do you mean you didn't see Joey? Joey said you stopped by yesterday.
Hey, I don't know why he would say that because I didn't see Joey.
Well, what the fuck is Joey saying? You saying Joey's lying?
I'm saying that I have not seen Joey. I don't know what Joey said.
But Joey said he saw you.
Okay, well, that's up to Joey. You might have to let's find Joey and figure out why he's saying this because I have not seen Joey in the last 6 weeks.
Well, Joey's dead. Now, you want to tell us what the fuck happened?
I know, because I've been hooking up with Joey's wife for the last 2 weeks.
Damn.
Follow the money.
Follow the money.
It's like, I like seeing Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's very knowledgeable about boxing.
Yeah.
Not only about, obviously, he's one of the greatest heavyweight champions that we've ever had.
Yeah, in my lifetime. I mean,
But he's knowledgeable about the history of boxing as well. So I would like to see him in a capacity where when they have big fights, you can take 5 minutes and then he discusses what's going on and because he's incredibly smart. It's one of the things that he doesn't get a lot of credit for. He's incredibly smart. If you look at his library, he's read Nietzsche, he's read Tolstoy. He's not a dumb guy.
No,
by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't think so. I mean, if you could put on that special that he did, the Netflix one.
The one about his life?
Yeah.
That was
Spike
great.
Lee produced.
That
Fantastic.
That was awesome.
What a body of work that, I could not imagine myself watching Mike Tyson for an hour and a half or whatever else. And just, what would he say?
Yeah.
And I thought it was very captivating. He did the head talk style of it, which had the microphone and the... But he did a fantastic job. Mike is all right, man. I like him. I like the older Mike too, like the matured senior. The tattoo thing is not going away, but that's his trait now. It's him. Yeah. And anybody that tries to
Well, you wouldn't do. Apparently, he doesn't work out at all.
Really?
Anymore.
He was kind of big though. He looked big, chunky.
Well, he says he doesn't do that simply because he doesn't want to ignite that animal, so to speak. He equates that part with a different dude
Keeping
that
the Hulk
did
away.
different things, and so he apparently doesn't work out anymore. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't train. He doesn't.
Wow. He probably gets drunk off the adrenaline. He probably gets the the pump up, the juice.
That's possible. Probably him being around it is probably enough.
Yeah. Well, I get it.
And nobody would. Nobody. Who's gonna fuck with Mike Tyson? What asshole is just gonna say, "Hey, I could fuck with Mike Tyson"?
Yeah.
So, dude, just please.
Don't even play with him. Don't
even act like you're being serious. Just knock it off.
Yeah, knock it off.
Not even if that's your shtick, then fine. Just pick somebody else, please.
Yeah. True indeed. Wow. What else is happening? Weather is kind of treating us a little to
a
some
little soggy.
some washing.
A little soggy.
A little
washing
soggy.
Everything off.
Washing
Washing everything away.
I mean these. Yeah.
Making the leaves all heavy.
Yeah. These guys come gardeners. They even in the rain they still
they come
out.
regardless, whatever the schedule is.
I'm like, that doesn't work. Why don't you wait till they just dry up? All you're doing is just pushing them around.
Like, no, I got other shit to do. Your house is at 11 o'clock.
Right. Schedule.
So whether it's a fucking flood or whatever, I'm coming at 11 o'clock.
They sure know how to come at the wrong fucking time too.
Oh, really?
When you get, I think there's a town ordinance here, right, for 9 a.m. So like they hit it like right on the button.
So nothing
like,
before 9 a.m.
Yeah, but man, it's like
They're like
you're
waiting.
trying to.
It's like 8:55 and they're outside, like shit's ready to go.
And that's usually if you get that, if you can sleep in and you get that extra turnover of, like, I don't want to be anywhere. I got nowhere to go. Let me just chill. And you hear that. Boom.
I can't do that.
What?
I can't do that turnover and get extra. Like, well,
yeah.
I'm like once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard for me to get back to sleep. That's why when Miles is a little fussy at night sometimes, and I get him up. If it doesn't happen, if I don't get back to bed like within the next 30 minutes or so, then I'm probably gonna be up for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same way too. I can't do the I don't use an alarm clock. My wife uses an alarm clock.
Yeah, and I'm like I don't like lying in bed.
Yeah.
Like when I'm up, so I'm like, okay, fine. I might as well just get up. Just get up and you go in the living room, watch TV, whatever. If you got something to do, start doing it. Maybe take a ride out, coffee shop or whatever. That type of thing.
Oh well, if I'm out the house, I'm out the house. Like I can't go out and come back.
Come back?
No. No. When I walk out,
I see you 2 days later, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared to fully be out of the house for about 8 hours or so, or whatever it is, 8 to 10 hours. Just going and just, hey, I'm just gonna go to the store and get a car. I can't do it.
Can't do that. No. And walk back in.
I would love to. So we're only walking the dog. That's the only way. Walk the dog in the morning. And now, this fucking guy. So, it's been a thing where it's like, hey man, 8:30, we'll go.
What are you talking about?
Walking the dog.
Oh, okay.
He knows when it's 8:30. So he does this looking and he's like, as if he's saying, listen, motherfucker, 5 more minutes. You ain't even ready. Like you.
You're not even ready.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
You didn't even take a piss yet.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, chill out, man. And he gets all, antsy and, like he knows about time, which is really weird. But he seems to know, and I don't know how he does it. I just wish they could talk.
No.
Why not?
That would be annoying as fuck. That would just be, no. At least when they're barking, at least you can just, like, they're barking. It's a dog barking. Now, if they start talking.
But now, what if you want, like, you don't know what. Oh, if they start talking, then it's over.
Then it's over.
It's
over.
Then
the shit is over. Then you might as well not even have a dog then. You might as well just get another kid or something, or just something.
Well, that's the idea. Most people treat them like pets, like family, like, personalities, and just, that's like saying having a kid that can't speak is not a real kid. Like
No, that's totally different. That's totally different. I don't buy into that my dog is like my kid type thing. I know a lot of people who say that. So I don't have kids, but I got 2 dogs. I say, well, they're not the fucking same thing. So it's not.
But they're alive. They're living creatures.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand they're pets. They're part of your family. You take care of them. You treat them. They're integrated in your family.
Yeah.
I get it. They're not children though. You're not raising your dogs. You're not raising. If your dog never changed, that would not be a disappointment thing. That would not be a disappointment.
What do you mean never changed?
If your dog never, if
graduated,
your dog never, if it never changed his mannerisms or its behavior or anything like that, you probably wouldn't be upset because it's a dog. You taken the dog as a dog. Now, if your 2-year-old child is no different than the 10-year-old child, that's a fucking problem. Because you're raising that child to be something grander than what it already is.
I get it. It's definitely not the same thing.
The dog is a dog.
Right. It's not a vegan burger.
And there's no reciprocation with your child.
Oh, with child.
With your child.
Why? You don't get happy when you
get happy, but you're supposed to love your child. Your child's not necessarily supposed to love you.
Right.
That dog, if that dog doesn't give you some affection when you get home, you're asking yourself, why the fuck do I have this dog? Like, if your dog is not happy to see you, what's the point?
Yeah, but he could be in a mood. He could be.
No, you can't get in the mood when I feed you all the goddamn time. That's just you don't get that.
Boy, very interesting.
I'm not a dog person, as
right.
you know. I'm not
well, pet. I mean, any pet. I mean, some people feel the same way about goldfish. I mean, they feel the same ways about.
That's not a pet.
A bird.
That's not a pet. Goldfish, you stick in a jar and then you just let it. Yeah.
Again, this is you, and this is why you don't own pets, or you probably kick Cleo or Theo or whatever.
I have 3 cats. I like cats because they're self-sufficient. You just make sure a couple things are in order, and then they'll go about their own thing. Make sure they know where to go to the bathroom. There's going to be food here every once in a while. You can have some. Go ahead and have it. Otherwise, they're like, leave me alone. I'll come out. If I want to hang with you, I'll come out. Well, if I don't, leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me alone. There are times where I don't want to be bothered by the guy, but he seems to think it's his time to bother me. And does this, if they weren't so, adorable and, you look at it and cute and when you wonder about people who abuse pets and do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's another. Why would you get a dog to beat him and
beat it into submission?
Well, it goes the same for a wife. Why would you marry someone?
Well, that's a long list of shit that you have problems with. So
takes a pretty tough person who hates himself. I must be.
Yes, there is a lot of self-hate.
You must hate yourself if you want to.
There is some self-hate. I've not been good to. I must admit, I've not been good to pets in the past. So, I'm a reformed.
Reformed pet. You're learning. Are you learning
I've
to
learned.
deal with them? Coexist.
I've learned.
So if they do talk, you'd be annoyed.
No, I'd still be annoyed. Yes, I'd still be annoyed.
Hey, I'm a fucking sandwich.
Did you ever see that episode of Family Guy? This is like 6 years in to Family Guy.
I've been watching some of the older ones. I've been going back.
Well, they're sitting at the on the couch, and Peter and Brian are just talking to one another, and all of a sudden Peter goes, "Oh my God, you can talk!" And then it stops for like a minute with Brian just looking at him.
I love Brian. I really do. I really love that character.
His Prius driving.
I really love that show. Peter Griffin, I can't get enough of.
Just every time when you think that he's like
maxed out,
he's maxed out, something else comes up. You're like, oh my God,
there's a crayon back there. Oh wait, there is a crayon back there.
It was great episodes when he brought home a retarded horse because he wanted to race it.
Dude, the horse was dumb. It was doing stupid shit.
It was like peeing all over the house. And...
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh, don't make him feel self-conscious. Everybody take a piss on the floor.
Family Guy gets it. I don't like any of those other the spin-offs, like the Joe or the President.
There was the Cleveland show.
Cleveland.
It was all right. I don't think they do the Cleveland show anymore.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
I don't think there was. I think they tried. It was funny though. I thought it was good. And then there the American Dad.
I don't
know if American Dad is still around.
I don't watch. I've never seen an episode of that.
Well, you know how that show came about.
No, tell me.
When they canceled Family Guy the first time, the network canceled the Family Guy. And
I think you told me this
the question
before,
was, well, why'd you cancel it? And they gave all these reasons why they canceled the show.
Right.
Because they had issues with a lot of the characters, and so he basically did the same thing again, but just
did what they asked for,
and that was American Dad. There was an outcry of people, including me, basically saying, where the fuck is Family Guy?
Right.
It came back on, so now he had these 2 shows. Basically, they didn't like the fact that Stewie was making all these goddamn jokes. That's an actual baby.
Stewie, yeah, right.
Right. So they just turned Stewie into, if you notice the alien on Family Guy, that's Stewie. That's Stewie.
The alien.
The alien on American Dad. Yes.
Okay, that's the show with the alien. Okay,
right.
Yeah, I don't like
because it's an alien. It's not a baby. It's not a human baby.
I got you, and they made the politically correct show.
Right.
Version of it.
Right.
I don't know.
A politically correct version with the shit coming from the alien and the damn fish.
So if it's not a human, it's less offensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
socialism at its finest.
Hey, listen, man. We like if you watch network television is shitty. Like all the shows are shitty. Every time somebody makes an attempt to make a statement, it seems fake.
Yeah.
Like everybody now the big thing is everybody's an interracial couple.
Yeah.
So now you have all these interracial couples on it, and it just looks so phony.
I know.
It looks so phony, but we all know interracial couples, and we all know it looks nothing like that.
Yeah,
it's like it looks
totally
real.
not.
Like anytime it's on network it just looks like so fucking fake.
I agree, man. It's really crappy, but you have to ask yourself. Yeah, well, I often say then. I'm looking in the wrong place for it. Like, what? Don't expect it here.
Right.
It's supposed to be like when you watch soap operas. To this day, they still come on. All My Children, General Hospital, they're still on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you poke at it and you peek, you go look at it and you go, "What the? Is this shit still going on?" And the formula has not changed.
No, pretty much no.
The camera lighting, the setting, the style of film.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could turn it on right now and go, "Oh, that's a soap opera."
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to a sitcom, like
Yes.
which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Which some of the sitcoms are pretty decent on networks, like 911, Rescue 911.
Oh, Rescue 911.
Yeah, I like that with Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett's in that. There's a few of them. There's quite Chicago PD or whatever else. I mean, some
hit a nerve.
Some of them
hit a nerve. But then once again, they all want to make statements, and so anytime it's contrived, it's always like I always put my cackles up, and I'm like, oh, okay, what are they trying to do and shit. And
you ever watch How to Get Away with Murder, like that stuff?
I
my
saw
wife
like
loves that.
one episode. My wife too. She really liked that show.
But everybody whispers in there. Why you telling him? Oh, he doesn't know it.
Everybody is lying to everybody else.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And so it begs the question, well, who's telling the fucking truth here?
And I don't know who's like I'm not into it enough. My wife, and then when I start asking questions, she gets very mad. She's like, "Don't come in now and ask questions. Like, if you didn't see it for like you can't do it. Can't, there's no way I could answer everything for you.
Right.
There's a lot going on.
That's the point.
You got a lot to unpack.
Yes.
Which is like any other show. So I get it, but I'm just like, it seems very simple. They could just they're all talking to each other and then they go off and do something else.
Yeah.
Did you see where I don't know why he went to the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And who's the person that says, you know what? I don't want to do this shit no more. And
Right.
then just leaves.
Right.
Like, that would be more real than anybody else. Like, two people in that group to say, hey, y'all involved in some sketchy shit. I'm just not going to get down with
going
that.
to a different school.
I'm going, I'm going somewhere else.
I'm unenrolling from here.
I'm not doing this shit no more. That would be more honest.
Is it about a school? I mean, it's about a teaching class. It's like a law firm or something.
I think
like an internship or something.
Yeah, like they're interning for this high-profile attorney, and she's done some sketchy shit, and I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I mean, my wife loves it. I don't know. I don't even know if the show still comes on.
It's on now. It's back. It's like it's back in like this is the new season of it.
Okay.
I think season 6 or 7 or something like that.
It's a show my wife loves, and I tried to be involved. I think I watched like one whole season, with her with it, and I was like, I don't understand why everybody's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big circle to me, and they all seem to know each other, and like he did it. We saw him do it.
Him? Yeah. Yes. No, this dude here.
You mean the
what
guy
are you talking about?
To you right now and telling you that I didn't do it?
That's right. And then they say something that makes you go,
right.
Maybe he didn't do it. Like I said, who's the person that says, no, this motherfucker here? Right. All right, fuck y'all. I'm leaving. I ain't doing this shit no more.
No more TV shows for you guys. Right. I guess then we wouldn't have a show then.
No, you wouldn't. If like everything was done in the first like 5 minutes.
The embellishment is always. A friend of mine, she told me she's films for housewives and all that stuff, and
she's a camera operator.
Yeah,
okay.
And she's freelance, so she gets to work. Hey, we need a grip. We need somebody a DP for this. We need she can jump from job to job and different ones. She's not part of any network or anything like that, but she always is on the set of those shows, and she's always like, she's like, it's so fucking dramatic and fake, and they tell everybody like, listen, this is people don't want the truth. Truth is boring. It's you sitting here throw salad at her and curse out the waiter and make it funky. We'll put some more stank on it.
Put some stank on it. Some what?
Stank. Put some more stank on it. I mean, everybody loves a train wreck. Everybody loves to see.
Well, we love somebody else's train wreck.
Right. which I think, switching to politics, that's what's happening now. It's like we fell into the fucking trap of the reality show. And we're watching the show instead of participating, right. Instead of being, hey, wait, this is not a TV show. It doesn't just go off. This is affecting our lives.
Yeah.
Things that are going to change in politics and social.
Yeah. You're spending all your time doing this shit rather than doing other things.
So everybody's watching this fucking.
Yeah.
I hope they get him. I don't even know I don't like him, but I just get him.
And they ask questions that kind of already been answered, but they ask them a different way. And so, wait a minute. Did you hear what the motherfucker
We've been fooled.
We read this shit. And the same thing we said, I think you said this last week. This is the same shit we're talking about, right?
Same
like, there's nothing new, nothing changed. There's no new information. This is the same shit.
No new hooker came out.
So so why we keep asking the same question over and over again with different people who put their own little shit on it,
spin on it.
But at the end of the day, they say the same shit. They say, "Well, I don't know."
Yeah, and they walk away going, "So nothing."
Yeah.
The story is that even if he does get impeached, he will not be removed. So there's no way to remove him from office. So what's the fight for? What are you doing this for? What did it prove a point? This is still Nan and a Boo Boo shit going on.
It's like. I don't know if I've said this before here, but it's kind of like, you're in a race, you lose the race, and rather than, and you're going to have a race again in another 4 years.
Yeah.
So rather than try to figure out how you lost that race, it says, no, he shouldn't have won the race.
Yes.
And so I'm going to spend all my time getting this guy, getting y'all to realize that he shouldn't have won this race and getting him removed.
That's stupid.
Rather than trying to figure out, okay, why did I lose?
Right.
So maybe I can be better next time.
True.
I participate in this race.
Very, very weird. Very weird how Mayor Bloomberg just stepped and put his name in the race.
Did he officially put his name in?
Yes.
Oh, God. He must have, because the first thing he did was, and I saw this, and I actually retweeted this, but he apparently went to some church in South Carolina basically saying he's apologizing for stop and frisk. Because that was his thing he endorsed when he was mayor in New York, stop and frisk.
Oh.
I mean, stop and frisk.
Yeah.
So basically, cops don't need a reason to stop you
for
anything. You just go up and harass you for whatever reason, and then if you happen to be on parole or have a record or whatever, let's throw you in jail. That type of shit.
Mixed views of
mixed
that
views
of
because
that law
you end up giving people authority,
Yeah.
and they can use any excuse they want to exercise it. You're not putting the discretion. It's not up to them to justly apply it.
Right.
It's up to you to sort of understand that they have the right to do that, which is stupid.
Well, they found a way around it anyway.
Right.
They found a way around it anyway, and you know what that's called? You fit the description.
You fit it.
We're looking for a hamburglar.
Yeah.
You look a little round.
You're the guy with
a mask.
And a beard.
Yeah.
So that's like 2/3 of you. So
it's a little easy.
My issue is
up against the wall.
My issue is that he said this at a fucking black church in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Which means you're playing to the crowd.
Yeah.
When are you going to tell white people that stop and frisk? When are you going to tell white people in affluent neighborhoods that stop and frisk was a bad idea?
Right.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the guy to tell the majority.
Yeah.
The people who don't have anything to gain or lose from stop and frisk, but who have their opinion about it, usually to their benefit. This is this kind of helps me, protects me, makes me safe. So I want him to tell them, say, stop and frisk was a bad idea. Now, if he's willing to do that, then okay, maybe I'll take him a little bit seriously. Other than that, he's just another clown.
Another talking head.
Another clown.
Speaking of clown, I love the post of the Air.
The Air Kaepernicks.
Air Kaepernicks.
That's another clown.
Boy, did he fucking show up at the circus.
Head ringmaster.
Yeah. Just make the fro green, red, and yellow. Might as well.
He got his sneaker coming out.
Jeez.
From Nike. So this whole thing about you sacrificing really is kind of bullshit. I mean, we've been saying it all along. So you're getting a check from Nike. So how much? What are you sacrificing?
Yeah, I put him in the Juicy Smoulier category.
Juicy.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I get it.
He's trying to milk as much money as he can out of it,
which I'm not mad at.
Which you can't be mad at.
I can't be mad at the game. I'm not mad at that. I'm more disappointed
Mm-hmm.
at the rally behind. This is the same rhetoric with Juicy.
Yeah.
Get my, you see what y'all do to the black man.
Yes. Right. It becomes right.
Hey,
it
wait a
becomes,
minute. He did what? Oh shit. Let's back up.
This
Here.
is like Dave Chappelle said.
Hey,
Most
guy-
niggas knew that he was clearly fucking lying. But everybody else in their little group said, "Oh, this is how black men get treated. This is how." Meanwhile, the common dude at home was like, "Wait a minute, this kind of doesn't make any fucking sense right here."
Everybody's like, what? MAGA hats.
So there are a bunch of white guys with MAGA hats at 2:00 in the morning in Chicago who recognize this dude is on a majority black TV show.
MAGA.
Knew he was gay. Knew all that shit about
had
him.
rope.
And had rope. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. And you walk away still holding your fucking thing that you purchased at Subway.
And the rope on his neck.
And the rope on his neck. So.
Fucking Juicy Smoulier. He did it, man. Why? I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Like, okay, I get it. I get the whole thing. Are you that upset about the campaign? Are you that upset with the results of how the industry's going and shifting? And why do that? Why?
Yeah.
You're on a show that's doing great.
Yeah, you're making a
have
decent dollar.
And you're on your way to a next role of you're trying to get the next job or something.
Right. Which all actors understand that's what it is.
Yeah.
You get a job, you get a high profile job.
Right.
You're now set
That's
up
your
for
resume.
you're now set up for the next job. Who knows what's going to happen with this one? You're set up for the next job.
The kid who plays his brother Hakeem, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you follow the
I don't.
Ohio show. He's been in like 10 movies since.
Okay.
He's been in a lot of movies.
So he's been working it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So damn, this guy, I don't know what his plan was, or like even like what was his best outcome that would happen?
What would have been the best?
Like,
right.
What was he thinking?
What was the goal
Everyone
going on here?
Yeah, see, we told you, and we have now an army of MAGA haters.
Ah!
What was gonna happen? He thought he was the Joker. What is he's gonna get?
Just start an
A
army.
bunch of clowns following you.
Start an army.
Start an army of subway rope.
Man.
I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it. I think there is this culture in which sort of like victimhood has its reward, and there's more reward in you claiming victimhood and having people rally behind you.
Yeah.
Other than you just standing on your own and saying, "Well, no, I'm not gonna play that card. I'm
Right.
gonna," because then you can potentially be by yourself in that. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to play this card because I need followers. I need people behind me. I need to like rally the crowd or something like that. I need to make this something bigger than my own fucking failings.
I know that, and that makes total sense. But more than what you have, like that's like we said with Monique. I can't. You've been on TV. You have show. You had every opportunity. Don't cry about $500,000 salaries.
Right.
That's more than the fucking average person's paycheck.
Right.
You want $1 million? Okay, I get it. Take the half and double it up and do what you got to do. But man, speaking of playing the card, did this guy play the card?
Who?
Garrett? What's this football guy that smashed the guy with the helmet?
Oh, did he play his card?
He played a race card.
Yes, he did.
That's a
but,
fucking.
But wait,
come on, man.
hold on. I'm gonna defend him on that for a second.
Okay.
Because apparently, what had happened was during his appeal,
Yes.
during his appeal process, which was supposed to be a confidential thing.
Yep.
He brought that up. He brought that up in
confidence.
In confidence. Understand that it was in confidence. Somebody else leaked out that that's what he said.
Huh.
So it's not like he came out and said, yes, this is, he said this as they were going through as the NFL was asking, give me the specifics as to what happened.
Right.
He brought this up and brought this up and brought this up and brought this up.
It was a private trial.
It was a private conversation.
Arbitration or whatever.
It was supposed to be confidential. Somebody leaked it out. So I can't hate him for that because this was a private, it should not have come out. I don't think he was, and I think immediately after when he heard that somebody had brought it out, he came out and said, this is something that was said in a private consultation.
Huh.
I am not attempting to gain any favor from the public by saying this. I was asked to recount for what happened.
Yeah.
I recounted with what happened. That's to the best of my knowledge, somebody else came out and said some.
Yeah,
some
but
other shit.
regardless how it got out to the rest of the people, is that was probably not the first time he's been called a nigger.
Probably not.
And that'd be
Probably
nigger.
not.
Let me smash you with a helmet.
Dude went to school in Texas. Probably that's probably every game.
That's what I'm saying. So that button trick, that's more alarming than anything else. And you're gonna be out and playing this rage sport, or that requires some companion. I mean, camaraderie. I guess some sportsmanship, as they call it, right?
Yeah.
And that one word pisses you off.
Hey.
And everybody, they showing like these memes with the huddles with the guys in the huddle, and everybody's voicing over, and the guy was like, "Nigga, I called you nigga, get out of the way, nigga."
That was me, nigga.
Yeah. Oh, nigga, shut up. White boy called you nigga. And he flipped, and they showed him bong with the helmet. All these niggas can call me nigga. You can't call me nigga.
He's first of all, he's what I'm trying to say.
So he's suspended.
He's suspended.
He's suspended. Okay.
And he was appealing the indefinite suspension. So he's
Okay.
suspended for the rest of the year.
Done.
Subsequent suspension is left as indefinite.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he was appealing. He was saying, no, please don't make it indefinite. Can you give me a timetable as to which I know that I'm going to be out? There's a good chance this dude might be out for a while.
I wouldn't hire him.
Because you're
You
talking
hit
about
somebody with a helmet.
You're talking about they could have. There was potential of him being actually brought up on criminal charges.
I would think so.
You know?
I would think that personally, this guy could sue him for
Probably could, yeah.
I got a concussion or whatever.
Well, he probably could file charges.
Yes. I mean, it
know?
is an assault,
Right, because it goes outside of
Yeah.
what the game is,
and it's not like you didn't have rules to
right.
And
and it's a big ass fucking helmet, and that shit hurts.
man, that
And so,
oh.
A little couple more inches to the right, and who knows what would have happened. Now, what if the dude would have been knocked out?
Yeah.
Had to get carted off. Then you're talking about something totally fucking different.
See, when I saw the play happen, the adrenaline of the game, I saw him excited. He was like, "Yo, look at that! This is fucking. That's what." He wasn't clearly thinking about the end result of, "Hey, I mean, I should just lay down here. I got hit with a helmet here and socked up." But man, that is terrible. That's some juice on you. Like, you got to really be hocked up and
you got to really be hocked up, and that's something he's unfortunately never going to live down.
No,
like it's going to take him a while to, and we've talked about this in other ways before. Do you give him the opportunity to redeem himself?
Yeah. Do
you give him the opportunity to say,
redemption.
Okay, I think you're better than this, so we're going to give you an opportunity to show that you can be better than this?
Wow. But what does it say for the opposite? Like, what happens when, okay, all right, you gave him a chance. You're the Patriots. Let's say the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I hired this guy. The other team can't say, hey, you kind of fucking guy that's going to smash us with a helmet on your team. They don't get no chance in to say, so does the NFL vote on it?
I think the NFL decides whether he's going to be reinstated or not.
Which is all owners, right?
Which are all owners. So they get a chance.
Owners.
Okay, they can say, okay, after this amount of time,
yeah,
this guy, he's cleared by us.
Yeah.
So now if you want to invest in him, go ahead.
Yeah, right, exactly.
If you want to do it, go ahead. As far as we're concerned, he's good to go. Whatever criteria you want to have for him being on your team, then go for it.
And maybe there's a takeaway from this. Maybe there's something that comes out of it that helps everyone. Like maybe more training, maybe more. I don't know, more rule. Do you need more rules in such a dangerous sport?
What do you need? What rules didn't do it. He
right.
did it. So
right.
The lesson is chill the fuck out.
Well, there's that 5-year-old kid who came up with the solution for football was stop putting all these armor pads and stuff on it.
Oh, no helmets?
No helmets, or softer, like back in the leather helmets.
No, that's
less armor, so that the damage is, you don't hurt anybody, you don't brick wall nobody.
Right.
Like that would be interesting.
That changed a lot. The helmet and the face mask.
Yeah,
changed a lot because now you put your face in it. You're not worried about.
I'm not worried about
somebody's
shit.
clocking your nose or.
And some of these guys have some really decked up joints with the glass, with the protection
visors
shield
and all that
it,
stuff, so you can't get in their eyes and stuff like that. Yeah. No, it used to be like when you play ball and there was no face mask. Yeah, you'd lose a couple teeth, you broke a nose here and there, but you didn't have the serious concussions and other injuries and stuff like that.
Are the are they allowed to have microphones in their helmets? I mean,
some players do.
So it's the green dot on the back?
I think.
If you see a green dot, that means they have a camera in there.
It's usually one person, usually the quarterback.
Yeah.
And whoever they deem on the defense can have it. So it's usually a free safety or usually a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
That actually has an earpiece in their headphone, in their helmet.
Do you not think that if you could hear your players, your own team, and you talk like we're talking now on a mic, and you hear your buddy?
You don't hear your team, you hear the coaches. The coaches are giving you, they're like either sending in plays or sending in adjustments and stuff like that. So you're not hearing everybody else. You're just hearing.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, what if you could? Like, what if you could hear everybody? Like, you hear your whole team.
That's probably drive you nuts.
Drive you nuts? You think it's a voice in your head?
Yeah.
But it would be like playing a game. Like
being outside? Like being outside playing a game. Almost
you're talking to each other, and the other team really doesn't hear you that well, or whatever. What about this kid, Adonis Watts? Or is that his name? I don't want to mess his name up.
Adonis Watts.
Marvel named him the hero football running back. He's blind.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Marvel did it on College Game Day yesterday, which was a great lineup. I mean, Saturday was a great lineup of games.
Yeah, there was. Yes, I was in the house all day.
So this kid, man, I want to not mess his name up. Adonis Watts, I think his name is. Marvel hero. Just type in blind.
I'll type his name in. Adonis Watts.
I don't know if that's his name.
We'll take a pause for the cause.
No, we'll find this thing pretty.
Yeah, you got that.
Oh, blind football receiver. Football.
We're taking a pause right now.
DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, Disney Plus Marvel Hero Project. Okay, so the Marvel Hero Project features this kid. Man, show his name. I didn't want to fuck his name up. Why is his name not even in the headline?
Real life superhero.
I know.
Who is he? I don't know.
Because we're skipping by and trying to read it too fast, and we're going to say the wrong thing. Well, anyway, they featured this kid who is blind.
Okay.
And plays football. And Saquon Barkley even came out and read his letter and, read some encouraging words. And, what courage it takes to, get out on the floor and get out on the court and, play football blind.
Blind, yes. Yeah.
I don't know how this is possible.
What does he play? Is he a long snapper?
Okay, so you keep talking, I'll look.
He might be a long snapper. I think I remember hearing something about a kid who's a long snapper, which doesn't I don't want to say it doesn't require sight, but your motion is relatively rote.
Oh, okay.
So it's not, you don't have to make sight adjustments and things like that during the course of the game. That's the only position I could think of in which that's possible. If he actually plays.
If he plays, yeah. I saw this kid and I'm like, why am I finding it so hard to find?
Why don't you look for the name that you think he is?
Blind. Football.
He's college, right?
High school.
Oh, high school.
Yeah.
Type in blind high school player.
That's what I'm done. I hate Dead Space.
No, we'll try to make it less dead. I won't try to make it less dead.
High school football player.
That's him?
Yeah, scored 2 touchdowns. I mean.
Oh, so he's not just a long snapper. Okay.
Right. No Wi-Fi at your in-laws' house?
You can hear it in the thing.
It's switching time.
Don't make us in trouble. No, please. Please don't.
No, I was trying to send it to there. Well, let's get us in trouble here.
But you haven't, because that number 45, Adonis Watts, is blind.
Right.
He plays for the Brophy Prep Broncos. He's a high school freshman running back who in that game did it not only once, but twice, barreling through again. It would help his team win. And inside those school hallways in the science lab, they know Adonis is a star.
Scoring those touchdowns.
That's
So
deep.
Adonis
That's
Watts,
dope.
congrats and shout out
Shout out to him.
Marvel for giving him his own comic book. So they
Wow.
they gave him a comic book called the Real Hero Project or something like that, and they seem to be going to be highlighting real superheroes around the world.
Okay.
With real stories. So
Okay.
very interesting for what they're doing to
That's
promote
awesome.
the Disney coalition, branding of Disney, Marvel,
Right.
and really going to make an impact on real humans' lives.
Does that come with a scholarship?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
It does come with scholarship. It comes with a bunch of other, he got his 15 minutes or 10 minutes of fame.
Uh-huh.
Saquon Barkley came out there.
That's awesome.
And the kid, when you see the video, they're talking about him and he's like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Wait," he's blind, he can't see him.
Right.
And he's like, "Wait." He's like, "Nah, stop playing." Saquon, that's Saquon Barkley, and he's like, he's like, "Get out of here, man." One of his heroes, somebody
That's
that he
awesome.
looks up to and really wants to be. And this guy's like, "I want to go to the NFL," and
You keep plugging, man. Just keep, I think more so than like actually the possibility of it happening. If you think it can happen, then you're going to get a lot farther than.
So the best thing
what
he
it is.
said you're right. The best thing he said was, "Because I'm blind, I can't see any obstacles in front of me."
There you go.
What
there
a
you
catch
go.
line! What a
There you go.
tearjerker for
Every once in a while, you get a reminder that hey, you need to stop your fucking bitching about stuff. And
Well, that's the point. I mean, you guys have it way better than most people. You have a lot of things in front of you, and you at least I saw on somebody posted. You may have a small apartment, you're not homeless. You may have a shitty job, you're not jobless.
Right.
You may have, this idea to be bigger than life that you have and appreciation. Is pretty shitty.
well, yeah, I mean, like this kid, he could have easily said, okay, I'm blind, I can't play.
Right.
But no, he kept it go. Or the guy, and I don't know if you know the guy that plays for the Seattle Seahawks,
One arm?
who's got one arm.
Yeah. Well, no.
There's a I think there's a couple of people with impairments who amputees and stuff like that.
Guys run the
Still-
marathon.
Yeah,
I've seen guys with the Blade Runner. What's this guy? His two fake legs. Isn't that the guy that shot his wife?
Well, yeah, I don't want to use him because he killed his girlfriend. So let's just
Blade Runner.
let's leave him out of it.
Leave him out of the race. Yeah, tons of guys that have achieved opportunity with all challenges and not be a liability to someone else. Because you imagine
Right.
like someone else, oh, take care of me, I'm fucked up.
Right.
not well
No,
for
he's at some point. Yeah, he's standing on his own.
Indeed.
So there are no. I mean, people are. We're still knocking down obstacles all the time. The Yankees just hired a female hitting instructor
Really?
in their. I think it's in their minor league system.
Wow.
Hired a lady who's a hitting instructor. I think she's the first one in Major League Baseball.
Female.
The first female to be hired as a professional coach.
I don't see why not. I mean,
Yeah,
they could be
it's-
qualified. They
yeah,
could
if you're
be
qualified
just
to do it. So
yeah.
So
Huh.
kudos. I mean, there's
Kudos to her, making strides. After
keep
all.
plugging away, man. Keep plugging away. Keep doing it. There's the can't thing has to stop.
Yeah.
The can't thing has to stop, and then you hear people every once in a while say, "Well, they're not going to let you do that." Well,
I don't like
It's
them.
not up to them.
I hate
It's
that
kind of up to them.
they're not gonna let you.
You might have to be better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because you're kind of free to make assessments of people, and
Yeah.
so. We've seen it before. The black people can't do this.
Yeah.
They can't quarterback. They're not good golfers. They
Yeah.
can't swim. They can't play hockey and
Yeah.
all that stuff like that. All of that's been defeated simply because there's been a handful of people that says, no, fuck this. I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I'm going to do it to a level to which you can't deny me.
Yeah. In order to have that in you, you must believe that there is a they.
What do you mean?
They can't stop me from doing this. They don't let us do this. They don't. You must have a notion that there's a they.
Well, I don't agree with that more so than think that you have to have a bit more conviction about yourself.
Right.
Then you have to have more of an acknowledgement of self.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying if you're going to use that excuse that they won't let me do it,
Oh, yeah, if you're using that excuse,
that means you believe in the they.
Yes, you believe in the they.
And
You
then-
believe in the they. You believe in the. You believe you are tiny, and
Yeah.
and yes, I got you.
That's what I meant.
I got you. But props to him, man.
Yeah, props to Adonis Watts. He's definitely a hero by a long shot. There's kids all over, and my friends. I went to 2 funerals, Leonard Tootie. But buddy who passed away this week. His funeral was on Tuesday. Coach, he used to coach Rosedale. Your boy Jacques and all those guys were there. And the other guy that you know, damn, I gotta show you his picture. You know him. He used to hang with you guys at the football stuff. What's one of the
passed away?
No. What's
James
Stark?
Stark?
Yeah.
He just had a
stroke
had
or
a
something.
Stroke. Yeah,
He looked
his
pretty-
second stroke.
He was, with the limp and the thing, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah.
what's going on here?"
I didn't. My wife saw that on I think Facebook or something like that. She saw that. I haven't been on Facebook, so I'm not.
I went and told and he's like nothing. He's being helped. Somebody's helping him around, and his kids, I think, or something. I don't know. So health is important, man.
Yeah, man.
The undiagnosed is so dangerous. The silent fart is what's you need to make some noise, man. You need to find out. And don't sit there and think, it's just let these doctors do some work and
figure out. Let them look at you. At least look at you.
At least look and then get opinions and get I guess tests or do as much research as you Google for chicken sandwiches and and stuff and all this other stuff. You should be Googling those things too.
Absolutely.
But doesn't make it true either. WebMDs and
no, it doesn't necessarily make it true, but at least if you're aware of it, then at least you can address it.
Indeed.
Because just as many times as you hear about the people staving off potential illness, you also hear about people who almost had their foot in the grave and they're able to live long lives. So.
Miraculous comeback stories. people living their best life and saying, "Hey, I was on the verge of dying," or in a mental institution.
Yeah.
The mental health thing is so serious, escalating to a point where people don't understand. We talk about the social content and consumption and all this stuff you're taking in.
Yeah.
And you don't let it out. You don't have a hobby. You don't have an outlet. You don't work out. You don't sport. If you don't have some place to purge the stuff you collected.
Well, yeah.
It drives you nuts.
And it's also the stuff you collect too, because just like I think what you consume like digitally and through TV shows and online, I don't think it's any different than your diet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you put in good stuff, good stuff's gonna come out, and if you put in a bunch of shitty stuff, the only thing that can come out is a bunch of other shitty stuff.
All turns to shit.
And yes, you have to watch what you consume, and you have to be cognizant of it. Look, I think we've all done it. I think there's times when I'm sitting at my desk and I'm looking up some bullshit videos and I get caught up in it and I do the clickbait and whatnot. But thank goodness I'm able to say, "Oh, okay,
you gotta snap yourself out of it.
You gotta snap yourself. I've been doing that shit for 30 minutes. Oh my god, let's get back to some like real shit."
And you can't get shit done. You can't stay focused, and you get your head wrapped around this. Oh, I gotta.
You get caught up, and you want to get caught up. Ooh, who are the 10 celebrities that had great facelifts and shit?
Ooh, where is Jan Brady now?
Yeah, where is she? Oh, what does she look like? Oh, imagine what she looks like now. Oh, yeah, I want to see what she looks like now. Who is this? These are like, where's Jan Brady? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Marsha. Isn't that she's married to one of those guys, Ben Stiller or something? Or the real
the
girl that played
the girl
her.
that played her, I think is Ben Stiller's wife.
Yeah,
I think, or common law girlfriend or whatever.
I haven't seen a Ben Stiller movie in a while.
Some dude
Seems like he's taking a break.
He's got so much money. He was probably counting his money. It's taking him all this time to count his money.
And the father is
Jerry Stiller.
Yeah,
he's a trip.
He plays that part like every time they give him that role.
He's probably not playing.
That's what I mean. Like he's so organic with it. He's got a very organic characteristic, and I guess that's what when you cast people, you're looking for that.
He was great on. Did you ever see him on The King of Queens?
No. Oh yes, I saw a few episodes. I never got into it, but he was like the Maury character.
Yeah,
he is
it was the same guy, but he came over to. I can't remember the black guy's name on King of Queens. I can't remember his name, but he came over to his house, and he says, "I want to do something for you." He said, "I watched this movie last night. I watched this show called Roots." He said, "I had no idea," and he pulls out his checkbook and he says, "What are you doing?" "I'm giving you reparations."
Oh man! We listened to a bunch of old school songs like Brand Nubian and was doing a little, Ron happened to be down at the shop, and a lot of the older guys in there, like, what you know about this young man, and he has an old school playlist, so he has some. So they're like, wow, you do know, they're impressed that he knows, and he was like, I live with this guy, like, how can but he at least gives me the homework lessons on him. We talk about him from my opinion only, not from a historian. I'm nobody's hip hop historian, or can't remember half the stuff that some people are very good at breaking down the history of hip hop and stuff. I'm just telling it how it related to me during the time when I had him. And he has all these playlists, and then he plays all these songs. And oddly enough, the word faggot comes up several times, and the shrill that everyone in the room gets is crazy. They go, oh,
really?
Damn. Yeah. So the Dave Chappelle, when he can say nigger at, with impunity, and the word faggot you can't say, and people don't.
Right.
Like, I saw a room of my peers go
jump when they heard the word faggot.
Ooh. So
like it was harsh to the ear.
Oh my God, you can't play that now. Like, wait, let me make sure no one's around. But yet we don't have that feeling with the other word, which people keep saying, is a rival, and I keep saying they're not the same.
No, it's not. No, it's not the same.
Not the same.
But it's language. It's
just language. Sticks and stones will break my bones.
It's language. It's a bad word. And there are times for bad words, and there are times that you don't say bad words. Yeah, and bad words are not privy to certain people.
Right.
Certain people don't have the privilege of saying certain bad words. That is not the thing. It's all bad words. You would not go in a meeting and say, "Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. These niggas don't know how to make a fucking cup of coffee." You wouldn't say that. Or these faggots don't know how to make a cup of coffee. You wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that.
But at the same time, if we were going to the bar and you saw me at the bar, you saw, oh man, there's all these niggas in the streets, man. What the fuck is going on? And it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's everything is context.
Which, by the way, we are in no way naming or calling. We're explaining the language and the vibration it gives off, which means, and so this is for educational purposes. Educational. We're not calling anyone any of these names.
If you go back and listen to their lyrics, really you can question. Now this is for me.
Yeah.
You can question whether they're a homophobe or not. Listen to Common's lyrics.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He throws a couple things out there that'll make you go, "Whoa, dude, that's kind of harsh there." Now I'm sure he's doing it, and I'm sure he's going to do it in lyrical sense, and he's considered a poet.
Yeah.
More than anything else. And God bless him. I love Common. But as I go back and listen,
tell me more. Are you saying in a like is he against it or is he for? What are you saying?
See, now I can't fucking defend what I'm saying now because I can't think of it. But he'll say things like "I ain't no faggot" and stuff like that, see, now I gotta fucking. I should backtrack what I said because I can't.
Well,
I can't pick
you don't have
the rhymes.
You don't have the.
But
rhyme.
it comes across that way. When it comes across, like when you hear it, it comes across that way, and it never came across to me that way before. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Biggie, Biggie had some questionable lyrics that people were like, "Wait a minute, fuck him in the ass, throw him over the bridge."
Yes.
Wait, what? hey, we don't do that. Like you can't recite, you can't say, "I love it when you fuck him in the ass, throw him over the what?"
Yeah,
throw him over the bridge.
It's it's expression.
It's expression.
You gotta let expression go.
Exactly.
Brother Ali got a famous. He got a great one. He said, your lyrics are like toilets in a gay bar. You never get your shit straight. So. Ooh. But I love it.
Wordplay is a lost art.
It does seem like it, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not, and I don't. I guess we're not the guys who critique. You listen to current music than I do.
Yeah.
So I can't
Well,
go back. But I don't know if there are many wordsmiths
so
anymore.
oddly enough, it's funny we said this, and this was part of my son's defense in the conversation, and he kind of called out and said, wait a minute, don't tell me this, because you guys here he played shit, you know. He's got the unlimited Apple subscription, so it's like he can pull up anything, you know. And he played some songs, and he was like, you know, talk about mumble rappers, and you guys, Biz Markie was, you know,
a legend.
and he double, you know,
Yes,
mumbled, you know, but that was an error.
double E40.
Yeah,
put it in
scribbles,
that
bubbles,
category.
bubbles,
Yeah.
bubbles.
Yeah.
Scribble, scrabbles, babbles,
right,
babble,
you're right,
babble.
you're right.
So he brings up all of that stuff, saying, don't say one, you just saying you don't understand the nomenclature of the language, like the twang, or you don't understand the kids'
The
way,
references,
the
what they're
references.
referencing.
Like,
Okay.
it's like the LOLs and all that stuff.
That's a fair point.
When you get to a few of them, you go, wait, what's BSB a key? What? Be right back. I'm going to the store. I'll see you when I get back with bacon, egg, and cheese. What the fuck? Just, you know, there's so many of those that are, the language is changing. So
Yeah.
culture is changing along with it. And he brought up, he's like, oh, y'all wear the tight pants and y'all wear this. He pulls up a picture of Melly Mel in a fucking altar top
Yes.
with feathers in his ear, boots up to his ankle, up to
Yes.
his knees. And he said, don't talk about Young Thug wearing dresses and all this. Look what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Look at Bootsy Khan. Look
Bootsy Khan, look at Cool Keith.
Look at all these guys. So he says, there's just waves. They have
Yeah.
their moments where this is a statement and you're trying to relate to something, you know, whether it's shock value or it's just weird,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And he had a good point, and I gave him a lot of credit for it, because he was able to defend a generation that he doesn't represent. Like, he's not saying
Okay.
he speaks for them. He's just saying talk, because he's able
But I'm
to
in
talk to old heads. Yeah, he's saying I'm able to, you know, he's 20 years younger than me, so he can talk to older heads and make the translation for you. Say, for you guys that didn't understand, let me show you what we see from a millennial or a younger generation X, as they call them, or whatever
Right.
it is. So it was very informative, and kudos to.
I think the definition of progression in many ways is when the newer generation has things as priorities that the older generation sometimes can't understand.
Huh.
So it's one of those things that we've moved past certain things, and those are things that we might hold
Right.
truly
Okay, I
be
got you.
important.
Got you. Yeah.
But the next generation doesn't necessarily think that that's important.
Yep.
And so they move on to something else. And,
Yeah.
and it's the same argument that, you know, our older generation looked at us and said, well, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about because, you know, you guys don't value XYZ. And we're saying, well, how come you're not looking at us and looking at what we value and think that that's valid? So it's cyclical. It's the same argument. It's the
Were
same
you
argument.
in the bar with me at Rudy's when the guy was telling us that the sun is beautiful
Yes.
and if we don't cherish the sun, we're stupid, or
Yes.
that's the same thing.
Yes.
Like, you don't value the sun. Yeah, okay, I take it for granted because it's there every day. What
Right.
if it's not there? And I said, well, none of us will know what the answer to that
Right.
question is,
'Cause
because
we'll be dead. Right.
So being what do you call abysmal or being what do you call doomsdayer
Doomsday guy, yeah.
and end of the world, you'll never know unless
Right.
you survive. So
Well, it's gonna happen again. I mean, aren't we closing in on that time when the world's supposed to end again? Where everybody's gonna be wearing their banners. I think isn't it like 2026, like the next, like the next time the world's supposed to end or something like that, according to the Mayan calendar
Mayans have been fucking dead.
or whatever. Yeah,
When was the last time you seen a Mayan run
exactly.
around?
That was my
If
question.
he knew so fucking much, where's he?
Where's that motherfucker at? That smart son of a bitch. Where the fuck are you?
Some people say they are the Martians. They're the ones that were communicated and went back.
They're
and
the aliens?
Yeah, they got off the planet.
Came up and left. You motherfuckers are crazy.
You know, if space, time, and travel is as infinite and as long as is, you know, when you listen to the scientists and stuff like that, it takes you 20 years to get to Mars or something like that, 10 or 12 years or something, some stupid number. I can't take a 10-hour car ride so who the fuck wants to do this? You know, people thirsty for this long hyperdrive unless you could go to sleep and
Right.
you know. be knocked out for a long time. But I don't know, man. I'm not really this space race. You see the Tesla fail? Did you see it?
No. Tesla failed how?
So Tesla announced a bulletproof car, a bulletproof vehicle.
Okay.
And for the show, they had a guy throw a metal ball at it.
Okay.
It shattered.
No.
Fail. Total fail. And the guy was like totally embarrassed. It went viral. It went all crazy. Stock prices plummeted, dropped, and and I'm like, this guy is too smart for that. Like, I don't know how that could not be a ploy or do something with it. The conspiracy hat comes on and goes, come on, man.
Yeah.
And he put out a tweet, Elon Musk, and said, we did this thing 100 times with the same metal ball or whatever else, and nothing ever happened.
It takes 101, I guess.
I guess it only takes 101. But
well, you got to get past that, because didn't the Pope have a bulletproof car? Like in the 80s?
Yeah.
That worked because there've been a couple
saved them,
saved them a couple times. So
shit, Scarface had it. Hey, Manny, make this bulletproof.
Nah, you got it. He's
this side too.
Elon's talking about the inevitable destruction of the Earth.
Yeah.
That it's apparently, according to him, it's like guaranteed that a meteor is going to hit the Earth and destroy it. According to him. So we need to go to Mars. My question is, well, okay, how do you know that meteors aren't hitting Mars all the fucking time?
Yeah, right.
Like, how do we know that Mars is okay? Like, is meteor free?
It's not. It's not.
It's like somebody saying, hey, don't move into this neighborhood. This neighborhood has crime. Move into this neighborhood. Well, what are the crime stats of that neighborhood? I don't know. So, okay, so why am I doing that?
Yeah. Who knew Gilligan's Island was only a few feet away?
Exactly. It's just around the corner. So why don't you tell me over there? I'd have come got you. You just want to hook up with them chicks.
Boy, that seemed to work. They fooled everyone to believe that. No, we're off this island, man. Where was that? Was it Bermuda? Was it somewhere? Where was it supposed to be? Where did the 3-hour tour go from?
I don't know.
Because if you're only 3 hours out from the sea, you weren't that far out.
Not that far out.
A 3-hour tour.
And it landed somewhere on a tropical island. And why is that island like... Why is there great weather there?
That's what I mean. Where was this? Was it Bahamas? Was it Antilles?
Why is there's some more disastrous shit going on?
Hurricanes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Well, the hurricanes are really, Speaking of hurricanes, I'm going to Bahamas.
Yes.
In just 48 hours. I cannot wait. I've never spent the cold temperature in a warm place.
No,
I don't think so. I can't recall.
That's the time to do it.
Yeah, except for the one time I went to Orlando for Christmas.
Okay,
that was the only one, but never been Caribbean. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, you should enjoy yourself.
I am looking forward to it. I'm not even the games are going to be okay, but I'm sure they'll be fine.
Make sure you throw up some nice content.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we'll be bringing the fucking GoPros and.
There you go.
Seton Hall will face Oregon in the opener, and then it's tournament.
Yeah,
style,
it's a tournament
so
style.
You figure out. So good games. Oregon, North Carolina, Iowa, Michigan. Good teams.
Does Seton Hall give you packages that you can do through them, or are you just doing it on your own?
So they did. They had something where they were trying to put something together on the website and all this other stuff. We just booked our own.
Okay.
And a couple of the other families, and we found a nice villa, and I got my driver picking us up. He's all good, so far. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So far, so good. So Jared played an awesome game. Shout out to Jared Roden, number 14, Seton Hall. He had his first double of his career.
Nice.
10 points, 12 rebounds. Really looked. Really looking good. Miles Powell is the truth. He will go off in the first round. Any NBA team would be lucky to have him.
Okay.
Spent all 4 years, going to graduate, and you got to give this notion that he's 4 years, he's not young, he's going to come into the league at 23, 24 or something like that, as opposed to 19.
Yeah.
All
right, whatever.
Those values are so senseless of if they put them on. I don't think that they're real. I think they're just people
The people who just use it as
Yeah.
it's like, well, if
he's old.
if he was that good, he'd come out when he was 20.
Yeah, should have been
whatever.
8.
You know, yeah, who knows? People play because what a lot of people won't tell you is that when a lot of times young kids come into the league, they have to. There are aspects of the game that they have to learn.
Yeah.
So you end up having to teach them certain things.
Yeah.
Usually, you got a 4-year senior, you got a 4th-year senior coming at. There's you're not really teaching him new stuff, obviously.
You're
but,
teaching your stuff,
but you're giving him
Yeah.
his foundation is probably going to be stronger than a lot of other people's foundation.
Sure, indeed. The game against Michigan State, even though they lost, which is their only loss so far, it's only been 5 games I think they played. I mean, he had 37 points, and he was like this, blind. I mean, I don't even think he was looking at anything. He
just kept doing it.
Yeah, just do it man. What a fantastic. Playing in the Big East, you don't really get the you get Big East and that's it. You know what I mean? So if you're a Big East fan, you appreciate it, but if not, everybody looks at it like, oh, the Big East ain't what it is.
It's not what
still
it
talking
was.
about Ewing and those days, and I'm like, guys, and Ewing got ejected the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, boy, I don't know if he was ejected. I won't say that, but he was
Definitely
riled up.
teed up.
Yeah, he teed him up, boy. He was going at it. He was going at the ref too. I like to see him angry like that.
And there's some dudes you want to see angry.
I like an edge. I mean, Knicks need some kind of fear of God or lightning.
They need something.
I think they need Whoopi Goldberg as Eddie, his coach the team. Like
Just go that route. Might as well,
You're
goddamn
gonna
it.
go Broadway. You're gonna go, dude. Let David Letterman coach the team or something. I don't know.
Every day have a guest.
Different coach.
Have a guest coach.
I love that idea.
Guest coach.
I love it.
Hello, our guest coach for today
Right.
is going to be David Letterman.
Hey guys, easy guys. Worldwide Pants.
Oh man.
Because they're stinking up the fucking place, man. I mean, Spurs had an 8-game losing streak, and then it's like, oh, but we played.
But we got the Knicks, so we should be
we'll
good.
be fine.
I saw, when I was watching games yesterday, you saw that on the ticker, and I saw like in the end of the second, end of the half, it was like 70-something to 40.
Gosh,
And I was like, oh, all right.
what the
That
Frankenstein?
doesn't surprise me, but
Oh man, terrible. I feel sorry for Coach Fizz. He's got a decent pedigree, and to come here it's just like something wrong in the water. Something wrong in the culture.
well, it's if you're gonna give a young guy who you think is talented a team to coach,
Yeah,
you got to give him.
part of the picking the players.
Yes,
you got to let him pick.
He's
Right.
got to. Bill Parcells had this famous quote. He says, "Oh, so you want me to cook the meal, but you don't want me to shop for no groceries?
Right.
You got to let me shop for some groceries."
Yeah, I got to buy
And
what I want.
If
This
he's
is true.
if he's not part of that process, then it's defeatist. It doesn't help.
It was just a talking head. It's just
Yeah.
somebody you put in there to,
Yeah.
a factory worker. Oh, these are the parts. Just work here and
In
do
many
what we tell you
ways,
to
in
do.
many ways, your GM and coach need to be the same person.
Yes.
They need to be the same person who,
Or they have to have a
or having the
butter
same
relationship,
things.
like
right, exactly.
a symbiotic
They
relationship.
have to agree on the same thing. They have to understand, and the GM's job is to go out and go get them, and the coach's job is to develop them.
I mean, this is Steve Mills, and listen, I never want to take money out of anyone's pocket, but
Yeah, he's stealing money.
man,
He's stealing money.
man, and telling them like you did say tank this thing, right? You did say just get us the shittiest fucking.
Stealing money. Stealing money. Thank God he's in New York, because at least we get his taxes.
And it's still, I'm a big fan of the words, or the idea that as long as, the Gardens continues to sell out and it's an event for people, the food, the whole beers and all that other stuff, this will keep going on. I don't think they give a shit about the game.
No.
I don't think they care.
No. And listen, the only time ownership will change anything is when they stop coming.
Yeah, just,
people stop-
if it's empty in the stands,
Yeah.
I think I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to come here. You can't get TV. You can't get the slots you want. You won't
Yeah.
get the TV games and all
You
that
don't
other
get
stuff.
the games, you don't get the advertising, you don't
Man.
get the advertising. Once that starts happening, then you changing things.
Yeah, you
But,
start feeling it.
yeah, as long as the same dollar you're getting in is groovy, then there's no pressure to change anything.
I've been to basketball games for work, for events and stuff like that, and people have no idea who's playing.
Yeah.
Who is your team?
Yeah.
Who is the guy? So, don't know.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium gets that way too.
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium gets that way. A lot of corporate things where it's an event.
Yeah, it's an event.
It's not a love.
Yeah, they just came for the drinks
right.
and the free,
and
the
say
stuff
you've been
that came
there
in.
and to take the stand. Okay, take my picture over the by the
Oh,
things.
Yankee Stadium. Hey.
You know, and
this is how I feel.
You know, and there's always been that like antagonistic relationship between like the corporate the guys who own the corporate seats and the guys who are fans.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think that disconnect, you know, teams like the Knicks, the Lakers, and you know, and other big markets. Well, I don't believe in any big market anymore. The internet has made us all one big market. You know, 50 states isn't big enough. You know, and Canada. You know, so there's no such thing as a small market. You know, I don't think that exists anymore. But sucks to be a Knicks fan, boy. I mean,
it's gonna be hard. Your man Sockman loves it.
We all listen.
He's a Knick pimp. He's gonna die in a blue and orange casket.
Pretty much. His Sherpa, Steve Sherpa is his buddy. They played at school together, and they're always he always comes with him to the Knicks game, so he's always down there with Clyde and it's a couple of times, yeah. Man. What do you got for the rest of the week?
It's gonna be a short work week, and then Thanksgiving.
Are you excited? Are you cooking? What are you doing?
I'm doing a little bit of cooking. Heading over to the wife's mom's.
Okay.
And she's gonna be doing a lot of cooking.
Oh, she put out a spread.
She does put out a spread, and she told me that she's gonna make me some mac and cheese, and so that's been my only request. I said, look, deep dish mac and cheese, and then y'all can have whatever else y'all want.
Yeah, I'm sorely gonna miss cooking. I don't think this is gonna happen. I think we're gonna wind up at a restaurant.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the cards aren't lining up to, knowing where the, groceries and all that other stuff is there. We're probably going to wind up at a restaurant. So, although the owner of the house, he emailed and said, this is a great place for, to hang out. And, he gave us all the restaurants, local stuff that's only, small hour away, walking, 1 mile, 2 mile. He gave us all the local stuff that's in the villa around that place. So,
well, Thanksgiving isn't necessarily about what's on the table. It's about the people that you're around. And so, if you're going to be around, if you're going to be with your family, if you're going to be with a couple close friends, and that's what it should be about.
Absolutely,
whether you put it, whether it's a turkey, whether it's a fried fish, whether it's a chicken sandwich, whatever.
Just give thanks.
People you care about, be thankful.
Indeed. And on that note, we thank you guys for watching.
We thank you guys for watching very, very much.
So
thank
thankful
you guys for watching.
and listening.
Thank you guys for listening
and listening. Listenership is improving every time. It just keeps people keep getting tuned into it. And if you haven't already done so, go on over to Anchor, check out all of the past episodes and stuff that we've putting up there, and check out some of our affiliates, our friends. Gloria's going to start her podcast. Did she start it already?
She started it. She's had 2 episodes.
Wonderful,
already.
fantastic.
You can find her on SoundCloud. We got to find some time to talk to Gloria.
We do.
We might have to do this. Maybe we'll do this on Facebook or whatnot.
Absolutely, we could do a live call in, or we could do a Facebook Live.
Yeah,
absolutely. Love to have Glow on the show. All right, party people, we're going to get out of here. Two Bros Podcast, episode 83. Thanksgiving dot. Peace
out.
Hey guys, Chad O here from Two Bros Podcast. We want to thank you for watching, V. But you could also help us out in the spirit of Thanksgiving by giving to the GoFundMe link right here. We're going to put a GoFundMe link right here and in the bio description. We could use your help for some better equipment. Gives us a better show. So thank you again for watching Two Bros Podcast. We appreciate you. Remember, hit the GoFundMe link below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Peace. Yeah! That's what they said.